we noticed this about your audience. We noticed this about what's happening in culture. We noticed this about your competition, and this is what you're really good at as a company. And together, we created this statement, and it might just be a sentence. So that's what I always try to do, is tell the story behind how we got to a solution.
I want to ask you a little bit about a work experience, and then I want to come back maybe to some tips that you might have for people who are in a position where they're working with clients and they want to help them with their creative strategy. I noticed that Trollbäck has an impressive list of clients, and you said before, sometimes you can get anxious because these are massive multinational, multi-billion dollar corporations, and they're entrusting some initiative to you, either building a new brand or rebranding something that has a lot of equity in it. Can you share a story or two about a client interaction that you found like a breakthrough moment or something worth sharing?
One moment where I was leading this pitch for the global brand positioning of Marvel. This was where I kind of had the reins and I could do the pitch my way. And it's Marvel. It's the brand I love. I didn't want to mess it up. I went all in on this pitch. WonderCon was in Anaheim, so I went to WonderCon the weekend before the pitch. I just completely lived this lifestyle that these fans were living, and put together the deck, mostly after I went to that convention, because there were a few light bulb moments for me. And I'd say 40% of winning that pitch was probably the creative that was pitched, but 60% of it was showing that we got it, and we get why you're doing this, and we get the lifestyle that these people are living. So, that kind of helped, where, yes, of course, the creative, the strategy matters a lot, but I think showing clients that you understand their challenges, you can help them through it. These are the solutions we got to because we understand all that, was really important to me professionally, and it's kind of influenced a lot of how I approach giving presentations and presenting strategies to clients now.
So you credit being immersed in the culture and experiencing it firsthand as helping to create those light bulb moments, these observations that you had?
Yeah, I think, for that specific one, there's not a WonderCon for every project, but I think if anything, it helped me learn that in a presentation, especially a strategy, the strategy itself might just be a couple pages, but it's taking the client on that journey leading up to how we got to where we got to, because I think that story of why we believe this is the right solution for you is just as important as the solution itself.
Can you expand on that? Because a lot of creatives don't think this way. They think this is the solution, this is what it looks like, and I'll reduce it down to its bare essence here, which is I make a logo. I'm going to present the logo absent any context, and you should pick this logo and sign the check, and we should be done.
Yeah, I would say I spend as much, if not more time building brand strategy deck on the setup for what that brand strategy is as I do on the positioning statement or the brand attributes or pillars or whatever goes into that. Because I do think it's really important. If you just show up in a room and show a positioning statement to a client and they don't know why you got there, how you got there, it's really hard for them to buy in. But if you take them down this path and leave these breadcrumbs of, okay, we noticed this about your audience. We noticed this about what's happening in culture. We noticed this about your competition, and this is what you're really good at as a company. And together, we created this statement. It might just be a sentence. They understand, okay, this makes sense to me. This is accomplishing my goals for these reasons. So that's what I always try to do, is tell the story behind how we got to a solution.